Okay, Morris Minor rebuild, John the Van guy. You'll have seen previous videos, but this is where I am. And before I go any further, I thought I'd show you what's happening so far. This was all gone, pretty bad. So I've really using angle grinders, cut out a lot. This bit, the cross member, I had actually bought a new cross member to fit, or half a cross member, and that is somewhere around, oh, this is it. That's it. And this also came with a jack support, which people tend not to put on, a jack mounting point, and that's here as well. Okay, I got those, but when looking at the original, there was quite a lot of integrity in the original mounting. So let's show you. So there, this is it, and all it had gone all the way along here, very holy, and looking a bit of a mess. But the whole thing was really quite solid, so I didn't want to, whether I've done it right or what, this is what I've decided to do, is make my own plates. The metal I've used is about 2mm metal, so I've gone on both sides. This is one side. First of all, I tried to shape it. It's stiff metal, so it's very difficult to actually shape at all, and I do it every time. What I try and do is shape the metal. It's the wrong thing to do. I do it every time and try and shape, and I realise it's more hassle than it's worth. So I found the thing to do is to cut rectangular squares, obviously using cardboard templates to actually do it, and put in a section of squares. So this is a rectangle. Obviously I cleaned it up with a wire brush on a drill, heavy duty wire brush on a drill. So you go all around the area, so you're making plenty of bare metal, exposed metal available for when you're welding. Once you've actually done that, cut your plates accordingly. So I could put a plate in here, that plate. There was a gap at the top, and rather than put a lip on, I went up and welded in another piece to actually take up that hole. There was a hole here, and again another rectangular piece. This is the easiest way to do it. Another rectangular piece which I've actually welded in. So that's that side. Also along the bottom was pretty cruddy. So what I've done is cut a long rectangle and welded onto the bottom. So that's that side. Now what I've done also, because I've done it this way, of course it's double plated. It's actually, which is in line with how it was originally. The actual bought piece is actually a single plate, and it's very good, but I don't think I'll be using it, so I'll probably sell it on. So this is this side. I didn't want to mess with the torsion bar, that's what that bar is. So I've actually gone in and put plates in. Obviously I treated the metal before I put it on, put aluminium zinc paint on the other side. I'll be caulking all this, all the weld, and obviously painting over. So the same scenario really, rectangular plate, another rectangular plate to fill in the gap up here, the hole, and another piece in here. So it's, in a sense, it's double-sided, double-skinned. And that's the piece underneath. And so now I'm quite pleased with that, really. Now, as for the panels, I've been trying to actually fit them. Now, the good thing is about doing it this way is you've got the other side of the car to actually show you how they fit, what they look like. So I've got this more or less in shape. I've noticed here there's like a rectangular piece of angle iron. Had a bit on the garage roof, which 5 inches, 1 inch angle grind, 5 inches long, which is kind of well, that's underneath there. That adds added support, and that was what was on the original. Now the two panels, you've got this long outside panel, outside sill panel, I suppose, which goes underneath. You can just about see it. I've managed to clamp it. Again, looking at the other end, how it goes, it's going to go something like that. And I noticed between the panel and this, again, you're looking at the other side, there is a gap. So I'm going to have to fill that gap with something once I've fitted this. But the other side, so that's this panel, a full length panel, fitted at both ends. What you want is to get the depth of the panel. Again, looking at the other side, it runs evenly with that skirt, with that wing, that end, and it drops slightly at this end by about 15 mil, I think. It drops down a bit, and you can see if I go underneath, you can see just about how I've clamped it so it's all in position. Okay, that's that panel. Now this has got to be married up. So this is what they call the internal floor sill panel, and from ESM, and very good company. These weren't expensive, by the way, probably about 50 quid for the two, with this including postage, so it's not bad. Now this sits under here, and this will sit, if I can do this with one hand. There's an extra, on this particular one, there's an extra 2 inches apparently, to allow if you put a new floor panel in as well. I thought I'd go in for the one with plenty of metal on, which was a little bit more expensive, but not much. And that slides in there. Oh yeah, that's it. Now you can see that's the idea. So that will slide in across there, and going in at the end to give you a relatively steady floor. What I had to do, this bit here was all along here, we had the lip of the original panel, which was rusted to bits, full of holes. So I did angle grind it all off as best I can. And what I'll be doing is, again, using, let's show you, heavy duty wire brush refer. I'll be going into here and cleaning up all this mess underneath. I've actually cut where that panel, just shaved where that panel will be. I'm going to clear all that, make it all nice and shiny, and I'll be welding the edge of that panel to there, bang it all in position. It's important to do this in a sense of cold run, obviously, to make sure everything fits well. And so I'm quite pleased actually. The way it's going, I can see it's starting to take shape. It looked a nightmare initially, but again, having the other side as a model, I keep going backwards and forwards, taking photographs and having a look and seeing how the other side was fitted, to marry them up a little bit, so that at least they look the same, because on on this is bolted on this bit that just bolts on, so everything should be kind of level. I've just pushed up these sides and I can bring them down accordingly, along with them not in the way. So using loads of clamps and things, I'm able to hold this in place at the moment. So that's where I am. I can see light at the end of the tunnel now. What I'll be doing is putting new pieces in here. Probably just I'll cut a flat piece, rectangular piece, and weld them. Once I've got these two panels welded in, welded across here to the panels, that'll give some sort of structural integrity to the whole affair. I'll also have to weld pieces in down here, probably some sort of looks like triangular pieces, to actually bring them up well down to the new sill panels I'm putting in. So there we are at the moment. Oh, I've got to do that as well. Again, it's only a case of welding pieces in to the floor, so retain the integrity of the whole affair. And so that's it, folks. There we are. I promised I'll show you how I was getting on, and that's how I'm getting on. But I can see it's going to work, I reckon. Okay, thank you.